What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our PSV Eindhoven preview here on Anfield Agenda. The Champions League should provide a welcome distraction from our miserable league form. Over the course of this video, I'm going to be giving you an injury update as best as I can. Then we'll have a look at a fact file around their opponents and their recent form. We'll go through the predicted 11 and then we'll finish as we always do with the score prediction. I want to know your thoughts though, so feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I hope to see you here for the game on Wednesday, starting at 6:45. Right, let's get into the injury situation. We know that we've got no first team right backs available. There's no Calvin Ramsey, I believe, either. I think he's too old for the underage part of the squad, so I don't think he's on the B list either, if I'm right. So we also know Frimpong's out. We know Bradley's out. So we're kind of in trouble at right back. So solutions, well, we're going to try and find them in this video. On top of that, we know Giovanni Leone is out, and we believe Florian Wirtz is still out with a muscle injury, although we don't know precisely how long he'll be out for. So that's where we're at with personnel. Now, of course, Arne hasn't done his Champions League press conference yet as I record this, so there may be some more information in there. Let's now look at PSV Eindhoven, a bit of a fact file on them and their form coming into the game. Liverpool have won their last 3 home matches against PSV Eindhoven in all competitions. Liverpool have scored at least 2 goals in 5 of their last 6 matches against PSV Eindhoven in all competitions. And Liverpool have faced PSV 7 times in the competition, winning 5, drawing 1. And losing once. And I don't need to remind you when that loss was. It was in last season's Champions League, and it was when we were already top in the group and Arne put out a much changed side. So our head-to-head against them, as I mentioned, last season in the Champions League, it was PSV Eindhoven 3, Liverpool 2. In the Champions League in 08-09, it was PSV 1, Liverpool 3 over in the Netherlands, and then at Anfield it was Liverpool 3, PSV Eindhoven 1. PSV's recent form coming into this, as you can see, is pretty good. They had a victory 1-0 away from home against NAC Breda in the Eredivisie. Another 5-1 victory over AZ Alkmaar there, so a comprehensive victory over one of Arne Slot's former sides. In the Champions League, it was Olympiacos 1, PSV Eindhoven 1, which is a fairly credible result away from home. In the Eredivisie, again, it was PSV Eindhoven 5, Fortuna Sittard 2, and Feyenoord 2, PSV Eindhoven 3. So as you can see, they're coming into this game with confidence. They sit top of the Dutch table as well. But I still think we should be swatting them aside. You know, it is PSV Eindhoven at Anfield, and there should be levels to this. So whatever version Arne Slot puts out of this Liverpool team, it should be good enough to get the job done. And if it isn't, then we have bigger problems than just the league form. I'm hopeful and upbeat that we can get back to winning ways and hopefully carry that on into Sunday as well for the game against West Ham. Now, folks, let's get stuck into the predicted 11, and I'm going to try to explain my decisions as we go through. We'll start off, as we always do, with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs, and yes, you will see a change here. This is the part where I normally say no surprises here, but I am putting a surprise in because I'm going for Endo, the right-sided centre-back, alongside Virgil van Dijk. Simple reason is I do not want Ibrahim Konate being rewarded for another woeful performance by being put straight back into the team. There has to be some accountability, and it needs to start with the players who aren't performing well, and it needs to start right now. So for me, Virgil van Dijk and Endo in the centre-back positions. If you're wondering where Joe Gomez is, don't worry, I found a space for him as well. Full-backs, Gomez for me on the right and Andy Robertson on the left. The reason I've put Gomez at right back and not right centre-back is I just think he'll give better protection to Endo in that role. And look, get back to basics here. A right back, a left back, 2 centre-backs, get them defending. Yes, we know that Endo isn't as tall as Ibrahim Konate, but still, we're at home here. We should be on the front foot, and I want our boys having that high line and defending anything that comes their way. Simply has to start with a clean sheet, and I don't think putting Konate in is the right decision. So my back 5, Alisson in goal, Gomez at right back, Robbo at left back, Endo alongside Virgil van Dijk. Let me know if you're still with me, because I know there are changes, but like I said, there needs to be accountability, and players that haven't been given a chance need to be given a chance. Endo's one of those. Moving into midfield now. This is where I could say no surprises here, because Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch and Dominic Szoboszlai would be my midfield. What I don't want to see is Dominic Szoboszlai once again sacrificed and put to right back with Curtis Jones in the attacking midfield position. You could make an argument to put Curtis Jones at right back, maybe, but again, I think we have a natural defender in Joe Gomez. And yes, he hasn't played remarkably well in the 2 games he's played this season, but He's had no consistency. He's had no real opportunities. Arne said that he wasn't fit to play the game of the weekend despite having him on the bench. So there should be no excuses now. So put Joe Gomez in. So that's my team so far. Joe Gomez, right back, Robbo left back, and then the midfield, McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai with Endo and Van Dijk as the centre backs. Now though, more change. Now, before I go through the forward line, of course, I have to caveat this by saying I would play Federico Chiesa on the right. You may well play Federico Chiesa on the right, but we don't believe that Arne Slot is going to play Federico Chiesa on the right. So, for me, I'm going with this. Salah on the right, Rio Engamoa on the left, and then through the centre, I'm going to go for Ugo Ekitike. And here's why. We need to start, again, holding people to account. But this seems like a perfect opportunity at home in the Champions League with, let's say, not the highest of calibre of opponents with due respect to PSV. This feels like the right time for me to give Rio Engamo a start and try something new. Give him the chance to run at defenders, maybe draw fouls, maybe get us set pieces. So I'd go for Rio on the left, Salah on the right, and as I mentioned, Ekitike through the middle. Yes, there's no Alexander Isak in this starting 11, but there shouldn't be yet because he's not there. I would have reversed what happened the other day. I would have given him 25 or 30 against Forest and put him in for the start of this game, but he played the full 90 minutes, or excuse me, he played 68 minutes, so I don't think he should be starting this one. So that is my 11 there, ladies and gents. Salah on the right, Rio Engamo on the left, and Hugo Ekitike through the middle is my front line. Is that harsh on Cody Gakpo? Potentially, but we have to do something. We have to do something to change things. This feels like an opportunity to get some confidence back into Rio. I'd love to say the same on the right-hand side for Federico Chiesa, but again, the manager won't do that. So one more time, my 11 is Alisson Becker, Joe Gomez, Andy Robertson, Endo, Van Dijk, McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, and then up top, Rio Engamoa, Mohamed Salah and Hugo Ekitike. So that's the 11. Now we got to get to the score prediction. Do let me know again if you agree or disagree with this one, but for me, I'm going to go for a Liverpool victory by 2-0. Quite frankly, this should be a fairly straightforward evening for the Reds. If you've got anything about us at home after the result of the weekend, they will want to put something right and we need to see signs of it. The manager cannot just keep going back to the same personnel who are failing him week in and week out. Some changes have to be made. People have to be held to account, and that's why I've made the changes I have to that team. And then, of course, it is West Ham away at 2 p.m. on Sunday. So it's over to you now, ladies and gents. Let me know your thoughts on the team selection, on the injury situation, and, of course, anything else that you would like to discuss. As I mentioned, our coverage will start from 6:45. We'll take you through the game, match reaction, player ratings videos, and hopefully a little bit happier of a result than we've had in recent weeks. It's been soul-destroying having two back-to-back 3-0 losses. No goals scored. It just isn't good enough. You know it, I know it, but we've got to turn it around somewhere. This feels like a good place to start. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.